Okay, so we're going to talk about a boat. Suppose a boat leaves port, travels 10 miles, turns 20 degrees, and travels another 8 miles. How far from port is the boat? Okay, so here's the port. And then it's traveling 10 miles. It doesn't say north, but I'm going to go north. So 10 miles. And then it turns 20 degrees. Okay, and then here's the boat. Okay, so we've got 10 miles here. If we continued going straight, when they talk about 20 miles, we're talking about this being 20 degrees, that angle being 20 degrees. It turned 20 degrees. Now, I didn't say whether it turned right or left. I just went to the left. Okay, and then we have 8 miles here. Okay, so there's the boat, traveled another 8 miles. Okay. The question says, so let me go over it again. So the boat, it traveled 10 miles. Then it turned 20 degrees and traveled 8 miles. Okay, it's not drawn to scale. All right. How far from port is the boat? So what you're looking for is, how far is it from the boat to the port in a straight line there? Okay, so now you see an oblique triangle. Okay. All right. Well, this is the question. We're trying to figure out this distance here. You can say that you know this degree right here, that you know that angle. Okay? So those are going to be supplementary. So this is going to be 160 degrees right there. You don't know any other angles, and you know two sides, right? So you know a side, an angle, and a side. Okay? So you might be saying, great, I have 3 pieces of information. Let me use that law of cosines. Or, I'm sorry, the law of sines. Oops, cat's out of the bag now. You can't use the law of sines because you don't know one angle and a side that's opposite it. In order to use the law of sines, you have to know an angle and its opposite side. If you don't know that, then you can't use the law of sines. Okay, so if you want to look at it, you know this 10, but the angle across would be here. You don't know that angle, and you don't have a way of figuring it out. You know this is 8, but you don't know this angle, and you don't have a way of figuring it out. You do know this angle, but you don't know the side across from it. That's what you're trying to figure out. Okay? So the point is, for this situation, we can't use the law of sines. And that's why we have the law of cosines, and that's what we're going to talk about in this section.